What's good, YouTube? It's your boy K-Flex. I'm back here with another video, and today the Miami Dolphins lost to the Chiefs 33-27 in a game that we should have won. I don't really do moral victory, so the loss feels good in a sense of it's the best loss we've taken, which is still worse than the worst win that we have received. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't feel good to lose to the Chiefs, but we fought hard, guys. It did look like we was gonna get blown out. It was a point in time where I said we need to go ahead and bench Tua because it was to the point where the game was over and I thought he was going to start getting hammered, and it was like it wasn't worth it at that point, and then Austin Jackson went down. So going into the fourth quarter when they were up 20, marching up the field, and they were in the red zone, I was like, just go ahead and bench Tua, don't put him back in the game. And Xavier Howard got an interception, and next thing you know, things start swinging around, and I was glad Tua was in the game and Tua was making a comeback, and the Dolphins were making a comeback. But here's the thing, guys. We lost this game, simply put, because our offense literally does what they always do, and that is really hold the whole team back, okay, at a point, okay? Obviously, in the fourth quarter, they started playing a lot better, but the whole rest of the game, our offense, they held the team back like they always do. And I don't know, I really can't, you really can't put it on, I think it's unfair to truthfully put it on one aspect of our offense. You can put it on whoever you want to put it, but it's unfair because it's a combination, a whole concoction of reasons why our offense is absolutely terrible a lot of the time, okay? Like I said, they look good in the fourth quarter, but that don't mean I'm going to forget how they looked the whole third and the whole second quarter. I mean, at certain points in the game, they just look absolutely unwatchable. Let's get into it. So first of all, Devontae Parker got hurt. Once he got hurt, it was over with for our offense at that point because nobody else on the team, I mean, we got receivers with inconsistent hands. Jakeem Grant got inconsistent hands. Mike Gesicki is an amazing weapon. He got injured. We'll talk about that later. But Devontae Parker is an amazing weapon, but when he got hurt, it was like, okay, who we're going to throw it to? At one point, I remember we had Malcolm Perry, Lynn Bowden, and Mac Hollins on the field at wide receiver. That was our weapons. And then once Mike Gesicki got hurt, then we had Adam Shaheen, Mac Hollins, Lynn Bowden, and Malcolm Perry. That's our weapons. Like, I mean, what can you really do with that? We had so many injuries. Jakeem Grant got injured. Devontae Parker got injured. Even before Jakeem got injured, though, he wasn't even playing that well. He was dropping some easy balls. There was a play on a 50-50 ball with Tua threw his first career interception where he threw it up to Jakeem Grant. It was an underthrown ball, and Jakeem Grant tried to adjust and get it, couldn't get it. I don't blame him for that, but he did drop another pass that was pretty terrible, okay? Other than that, man, they fight, but it's like certain situations in that game. The part that makes me mad the most is that I know we could have won this game. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that happen. Jason Sanders never misses kicks. He missed a kick. If he doesn't miss that kick, it's way different. You know what I'm saying? The score is way different. Obviously, there's different things that happen throughout the game. Maybe if he doesn't miss that kick, something else changes. And you know, but I'm saying, points-wise, if he doesn't miss that kick, it's a whole different game. If Tua does not take that safety, and he took the safety, and I'm not saying anybody was open on that play, but he has to throw that ball away. If Tua does not take that safety, again, it could be a different game. Again, it's just a chain reaction of things that so much, like, that's 5 points right there. If we don't give up a punt return, we have one of the best special teams units in the league. I don't think we haven't given up a punt return all year. We barely, like, our punter literally is one of the best in the world. He barely has any touchbacks or anything. Our special team is beautiful. We just happen to give up a punt return. If we don't give up that, this is a whole different game. Like, it's so many things in this game that happen that it's like, it's so crazy because we don't usually do stuff like this. And so that does suck. Another thing, Bobby McCain gets injured. We put in, what is that, Clayton Fedulum. The dude looks like he's built like a linebacker. I know he couldn't guard anybody. As soon as Bobby McCain got injured, they bombed the Tyreek. Like, injuries screwed us so bad, man. And here's the thing. As soon as he got injured, they just bombed to him. And I'm looking at him. And number 42, Clayton Fedulum, I don't know. He don't look like he can guard anybody. I knew he couldn't guard. I knew as soon as I seen his big ass come in, he had big ass shoulder pass. I said Tyreek is finna blow right by him. And that's exactly what he did. Okay? But let's just start talking about it by quarter. We came out in the first quarter. We absolutely flustered Patrick Mahomes. He did not know what he was doing. At that point, we went up 10-0. So that was very, very important. First quarter, went up 10-0, and then proceeded to not score again to the fourth quarter. See, that type of stuff can't happen. But we flustered and we was doing absolutely good. Our defense played amazing. If y'all would have told me that Patrick Mahomes would have thrown 3 interceptions after he had only thrown 2 his whole season, He threw 3 in one game against us. This is not a Patrick Mahomes had a bad game. That's a testament to how good our defense is. If you would have told me he would have thrown 3 interceptions, I would have told you we would have won. And we forced a fumble. We had about 4 or 5 turnovers. We won the turnover battle by a lot. Let me see. We won the turnover battle 4-1. It's not oftentimes that you're going to win the turnover battle 4-1 and still lose the game. Like I said, guys, it's so much stuff it's so much little stuff that happened that gave the Chiefs points. So much uncharacteristic stuff. So much stuff that wasn't even on our defense's fault. That is why we lost the game. I mean, we were good on third down for the most part. I mean, we played well once the second half started, but it was just so much little stuff. Or once the fourth quarter started, I should say. But it was just so much little stuff why we lost, man. Here's the thing, if we make it to the playoffs, that's going to be the struggle, is getting in. And that's why that Broncos loss is so huge, because, I mean, obviously this loss is huge, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really expected us to win this game, but, like, if we get in the playoffs, guys, we're going to make some noise. I see a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, this is what was supposed to happen. And that was a time in that game where I was like, yeah, we're just not on this level. But then in the fourth quarter, we proved that we are on this level. We just have to get in, man. That's the key, man. So we just have to fight and claw. We are better than every team that right now is fighting for the playoff spot with us, okay? Well, if it's the wild card that we're going to have to fight for. We are better than every other team, literally even the Browns, who are, you know, only have, I think, 3 losses. We are better than every team that is above us or that is fighting for the wild card, and we're better by a long shot. So we have to get in, okay? I think we're going to win the last 3 games, honestly. But like I said, we flustered them in the first quarter. Tyreek Hill wasn't doing nothing. Like I said, the keys of the game on defense was the key on Tyreek Hill, not let him do anything. Whoever was going Tyreek Hill, and that's what we did. We had Bobby McCain over the top, and Tyreek Hill did not do anything for a large part of the game. They literally had to run in reverse just to get him the ball, and he got a touchdown on it. But as far as passing the ball, Tyreek didn't do anything up until Bobby McCain gets injured, and then we put a damn linebacker looking dude at safety, at free safety, to try to, you know, and he comes up, steps up in the box instead of running with Tyreek. Like, I don't know how much speed he thought he had, and then Tyreek just burns everybody. So it's like, Tyreek didn't do anything until then. Travis Kelce, listen, I like Eric Rowe. I think I mean, listen, he can't guard Travis Kelce, okay? Bruh. It just is what it is. Travis Kelce is unguardable. We just got that confirmed. I don't think Eric Rowe. I don't think any less of Eric Rowe. I just think even more highly of Travis Kelce. He's unguardable. I mean, there was a point in time where they were on a sideline and Patrick Mahomes threw it up to Travis Kelce, and he just literally mossed Eric Rowe. I mean, what do you want me to say? I mean, the dude was outrunning him. The dude looked faster. I mean, he was routing him up. I mean, it's a large responsibility. So I don't think any less of Eric Rowe. I still think he can cover 98% of tight ends. But I mean, look, Travis Kelce, he's not one of them, okay? It's just that simple. He absolutely fucked him up. I don't know what to say. And I thought Emmanuel Ogbah had to get to the quarterback. I mean, we were able to get to Mahomes. We got to Mahomes a few times. You know, it's not like we weren't getting any pressure on Mahomes. We definitely got pressure. It was a team collective. I don't know if it was definitely necessarily Ogbah, but we definitely got to Mahomes. That wasn't the issue. We definitely got to Mahomes. It was just, the issue was this. The issue was our offense not playing good enough. That safety really hurt us. The issue also was that punt return was humongous. You take away that safety and that punt return, that's what, 9 points right there. So you take 33 minus 9, you get 24. They scored 24 points on us on offense. If you tell me that you held the Chiefs, the best offense in the league, by a long shot, Mahomes, the MVP quarterback, to 24 points, you can win like that. I mean, we scored 27. You can win like that. We held them to 24, and they got 3 on the last drive. We really held them to 21 all game. That's good. You know, look, the Chiefs are averaging, 30 points a game. We held them to 24 points on defense. And it just we didn't do enough in the other facets of the game. Xavier Howard, man, another interception. We absolutely was flustering Mahomes, though. I mean, we did amazing on defense. Like I said, if you tell me we would have had 3 interceptions and we would have lost this game, I would have been like, you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? 4 turnovers to 1. That's an amazing gap right there. We won the turnover battle by a long shot. We should not have lost this game, okay? Now, I understand we're proud just because we're the Dolphins and we're supposed to lose to the Chiefs, so we're supposed to be proud of even competing, but we're supposed to win this game. I am proud of us, don't get it wrong, but we're supposed to win this game. Like, that's just the fact. We were supposed to win this game. Running game, obviously, Washington does not do anything. I mean, none of our running game, and that's another key, because, listen, we were getting stops, And then it's like we can't even waste no time. We got to get the ball right back to Mahomes because we can't run the ball, so we got to pass the ball. We have no choice but to pass the ball. And when you passing it, then we're giving the ball right back to Mahomes. We're not wasting any time. We're not, you know what I'm saying, taking the air out the ball in any way because we have no chance of taking the air out the ball because we can't run. That's the biggest thing. A lot of people want to blame our receivers, and that's good. They don't be getting open like they should. But our running game is huge too. Like, it's just bad. Like, we can't keep the ball out of Mahomes' hands when we can't run the ball. It's impossible. I mean, we tried. I mean, we had 13 rushes with Washington, and he had 35 yards on 2.7 yards to carry. I mean, we truly tried to run the ball. And it's just like you can't take the air out the ball. It's to a point where you're wasting it down. You're putting your defense back on the field. That's one of the keys, and I think that's going to – and our offensive line is getting better. And I mean, everything's getting so smooth. I mean, we're going to be so good next year, but even this year, I think we're good enough to compete, and it just makes me so mad that, I mean, our running game just sucks. Okay, Lynn Bowden looked good, though. Mac Hollins looked decent in the fourth quarter. Mike Gesicki was amazing. Let's talk about the injuries real quick before we get out of here, because that's the hurtful part of the whole thing, because these are going to carry on. Mike Gesicki looked like, I ain't gonna lie, his injury looked bad. I hate to speculate on injuries, but his injury looked bad because he needed help holding up his arm going to the locker room. He wasn't even holding up his arm, a trainer was. So it looked terrible, I'm not gonna lie to you. So you can do what you want with that information. I will not speculate, but it looked bad. DeVante Parker, I didn't even see him get injured. He just randomly got injured, didn't come back in the game. We need a receivers bad. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if we drafted all skill players next year. Like, no defense, go all offense, wide receivers. And because, I mean, DeVante Parker, I love him to death, but here he goes with the injuries again. You know what I'm saying? It's just not dependable. It's not sustainable, bro. Jakeem Grant, and I'm so in love with his speed, but he's just simply not Tyreek. And you can just see it when you watch it. It's like he got characteristics like Tyreek. He's short, he's really fast, and you know, he played with Mahomes before. It's like he got characteristics like Tyreek, but it's like you can just look at Tyreek and then you can look at Jakeem Grant. You can just say, like, they're just not the same person. Like, they're just not even close to being the same. And I like Jakeem Grant. I think he has a role on this team for sure. It's just not being a wide receiver too, okay? It's just being a gadget player or something like that. It's just not being a wide receiver too. Patrick Mahomes, I mean, but for honestly, man, I'm just happy that, you know what I'm saying, some positive things to look at, man. We picked up Patrick Mahomes 3 times. He only threw 2 all year. We ran a defense that was just insane. Patrick Mahomes wasn't ready for it. But at some point, he's going to settle out, start adapting, and he's going to start going crazy. Josh Boyer, I want to say Josh Boyer, he called a good game for the most part. I don't see why we... Like, on the final drive of the game, I don't see why our cornerbacks were playing 15 yards off the receiver. But then they threw like 2 bubble screens on that last drive, and that really costed us. But like I don't know why our cornerbacks, but I think Josh Boyer, we played good on defense. I refuse to blame our defense. It was our special teams. We got Jason Sanders missing a kick. We're giving up a punt return. It was our special teams, and then it was that safety that really hurt us. And then also our offense's inability to do anything for a whole 2.5 quarters. So yeah, it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, the Chiefs is going to get theirs. You just got to get more. And honestly, holding the Chiefs to 4 turnovers and only what? How many offensive touchdowns did they score? They score 1, 2. They scored 2 offensive touchdowns. So we turned them over 4 times and gave up 2 touchdowns. I can't ask no more about defense. All right, we will be back, guys. And honestly, no team we're going to play for the rest of the year is even close to as good as the Chiefs. So we should be able to dominate them. Okay, get in the comments and know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Roll to 10K on Facebook. Okay, flexing. I'm out.